Preparing for salary negotiation. Yes, it can be a daunting task. Are you an underpaid working professional? You not getting the salary that you deserve? Yes, you remember from the masterclass when I talked about the concept called cost of ignorance. This cost of ignorance is equal to your potential minus your current income. Let's say you are working in an industry where your peers and the people who are working in the same domain, in the same field, are earning 40 odd lakh rupees, and you are right now at 20 lakh rupees. If you kind of find out the potential you have, which could be even more than that, you could be thinking that why are you not getting 40 lakh rupees? So your cost of ignorance is equal to your potential, which is 40 lakhs, minus your current income, which is 20 lakhs. So whooping number of 20 lakh rupees. Yes. And I'll tell you why this cost of ignorance is high for people like who are never negotiating their salary. 18% of the people have never ever even touched upon negotiating their salary. Only 37% people have negotiated their salary and they got very close to what they wanted as a package, as a CTC. Now, 44% of the people have never ever asked in the review, in the performance review, about getting their salary hike up from their bosses. And the biggest reason behind all these things where people are not asking for a salary hike, not negotiating their salary, is one and only fear. If you are holding that fear inside, you will never be able to get the salary hike which you deserve. You need to know your value, you need to know your worth, that how much it is. There are various platforms which we're going to talk about in the upcoming lessons, which you can search upon, where you can find out the range, the upper bracket and the middle bracket and the lower bracket of that salary, of that the role which you are having in your career and the performance which you have been giving. You also need to know that, if let's say if you are finding out that there is a person called Mo and that person has a salary of 1 lakh rupees, on the other side the other person is equally capable and doing the things in the same way, is called Joe, and that person, because that person went on to ask for a salary hike, he got 1.07 lakhs as the salary. And this 7,000 rupees of difference, if we accumulate and if we compound over 8 years, this can actually be the difference that this person get retired 8 years earlier as compared to the person called Mo. So that's the story, moral of the story, and that's why you need to be very strong on salary negotiation, and you have to prepare yourself well, finding out your worth, finding out your value. There is no connection between your current salary package and the package you demand. It is all about the value you bring on the table and how strongly you are able to show them the value you bring on the table, sell yourself as a brand, and get the salary package which you deserve. Questions to ask for effective salary negotiation. Yes, you should be prepared, because this question might come to you at the end of when you are almost about to get the offer from the other side. Be it in the performance review or be it in the interview, both ways it is very important. The question number one which you can ask while sitting on the negotiation table with the interviewer or your boss is that, is this offer further negotiable? Yes, it might seem to be a direct question, but how you can start is that you can thank the employer first of all for giving that opportunity, and also thank the interviewer that you considered me for this opportunity. I'm really glad and thankful to you. Followed by that, you can ask this question, is this offer negotiable? If they say yes, it is kind of negotiable, then you can start from there and go on talking about the exact research you have done, the kind of the offering which this company can give you, the kind of the offering, the kind of the salary you can get, is the way to take it forward from there. That's question number one. Question number two, what other benefits or emoluments you can offer along with this package? There is a fixed component which is already there. There is a base salary which has been offered to you, and they are kind of headbound on that they cannot change that. However, you can always go and ask that, is there any other performance bonus, a sign-up bonus, or other variable component which exists That ways you can be comfortable. In fact, if you have another offer from a parallel company where you are evaluating and you're seeing that there the fixed is high but the variable is less, but out here if the variable is higher and the fixed is even little lesser, you can still consider this offer to be the most viable offer, because you know that you are a performer and you can get more variable. People get headbound on the fixed component, but if you ask me, I've been able to grow my salaries basically because I was always thinking that if my variable can be higher, and variable can be like as big as 20%, 30% of your total package. Yes, that's question number 2. Question number 3 is, you can also ask what all is included in this entire package, in this entire offering. So there could be medical insurance, there could be health insurance, there could be travel benefits, there could be signing up bonus, there could be many other things which this company has value additions which are other than the offerings you were getting from your previous employer or the secondary offer you have. This will give you a lot of advantage, and you can feel that anyways you're gonna make those expenses which are mandatory, and these are being taken care of by company, will really help you march forward. Question number 4, what other metrics do you use to find out that the employee has been successful or not? This question should be asked here itself, because that if you are not aware of the variable component which is gonna be coming to you in the appraisal cycle, if you are knowing the performance metrics, that this is the KRA 1, this is the KRA 2, this is the target 1, this is the target 2, and you are meeting all of them, then this is the highest performance variable or an incentive which you will get. That can give you a lot of confidence to negotiate your salary further and gives you an opportunity to make a mark and perform well. Getting salary hike without even asking. Sometimes it becomes really difficult for us to ask for a salary hike because of our underconfident nature, because of our shy nature, because of the fears which are stopping us to do the negotiation. However, I am going to drive this with a very simple acronym which will help you get the salary hike, the desired salary hike, is called DARES, DARES. Now, D stands for driving with clarity. If you are clear that what is the motivation behind working for this company, if you are clear that you are passionate about this job which you can exhibit and show to the recruiter, the interviewer, I can tell you the chances of getting the desired package are almost up by 50%. Number 2A, you need to ask intelligent questions at the beginning of the process itself. Maybe in the interview, maybe towards the end of the interview, you can pick up the spot where you can start asking some intelligent questions. Questions like, what are the goals of this organization? What is this team trying to solve? What are the problems and the challenges which you are facing? What are the priorities which exist in this organization? And if you are able to answer and give the solution for the problems, challenges, priorities, preferences, you have a very big chance of getting the desired package and getting the desired salary. Number 3 element is called R in this formula called DARES. R is actually standing for research. We need to be very, very strong on research about the company background, about what articles are they posting on LinkedIn, how well they are doing. Can we read their balance sheet as well? Can we find out, is that a company which is really growing? When we read the share price of the company, we get to know all these statistics. Depending upon the role, depending upon the kind of the contribution you are planning to make, you should be ready with the research on the company beforehand. This will give you an edge over any other candidate. Number 4, E, is very simple and very clear, stands for employer first and employee second. If you have some demands, if you have some needs, and they are coming and sitting up on your head that you need to fulfill those needs and demands for you yourself, and you are treating you as the first person rather than the employer, no man, that's not gonna work. You have to be keeping the employer as first. What is in it for them? What are their goals? What are their requirements? What value addition you can do to them is going to make all the difference. So make sure employer first employee second is the thing you need to remember. Last but not the least, S, sell yourself as a brand. Show up. You need to be absolutely ready with the list of achievements, the list of the projects, the list of the accomplishments, the list of the awards and accolades you have won, which give them the confidence that what you are going to ask as a salary, as a package, you actually deserve it. If you are not ready with these things, if you are not ready, in fact, in form of your elevator pitch, which you communicate that this is what I bring on the table, then the chances of getting the salary without even asking is going to be very, very difficult. But if you implement this DARES formula, I can tell you that it is absolutely doable. And even after that, if you are not getting that, you need to have the walkaway power. That actually gives you an edge over any other candidate. If you are needy, if you are creepy, if you are always looking for getting the package and salary without looking into all the elements I talked about, it's not gonna happen. And then if you are producing this as a overall package, and then you have the walkaway power, because you know if this is not materializing, somewhere else the things will work for you. There is not a dearth of opportunities. Finally, in this lesson, we will learn that the mistakes which you need to avoid while doing the negotiation. The number one mistake is that we tend to do the negotiation too early in the process. Never do that. You need to do the negotiation when your stock is heavy, when you have added a lot of value in the interview process already. Yes, that's number one. Number two is that you need to not sound needy or greedy. You need to be adding value throughout the process. If you are sounding needy and greedy, then the chances of getting the salary hike are very less, because they know that you are desperate. Number three, taking salary negotiations personally. If you are taking salary negotiations too personally, it will be very difficult for you to have that walkaway power. And we always need to have the walkaway power, because we know that there are no dearth of opportunities. If we go with the mindset that we need this job anyhow, somehow, by hook or crook, then that means you are taking the negotiation too personally. You need to avoid that. Number four, you need to be sure that you are not asking for too many negotiations or counter offers. One, they have given you an offer and you have actually kind of agreed verbally to them, but when they send that offer on the email, you feel like that you're not able to negotiate and you kind of do to and fro. So multiple counter offers can be really misleading and can be a hectic job for HR, and that might decline your negotiation and the offer letter which was about to come. Number five, you need to be well researched. You need to be very much sure about the data, the tools which are like Glassdoor and payyourskill.com. If you have gone through the range, you need to be well researched on these things rather than coming at the last point and asking for some crazy number. Comment below if you have been facing such kind of a challenge, and if you are one of those person who has always struggled to negotiate his or her salary, be it in the current organization or be it going into the interviews. Both ways it plays a very important role. I would look forward to hearing you out.